welcome back. It is another week in the books. Week 12 is done, and we have a new top 25 betting week disaster. We'll talk about that early this week with our next set of picks. But let's talk about the top 25. We actually have 5 teams dropping out of the poll this week: Washington State, Missouri, LSU, Louisiana, and Kansas State all fall out of the top 25, bringing us 5 new teams. Let's get to the others receiving votes first. Memphis grabs votes. Washington State still gets one even after that loss to New Mexico. And then James Madison grabs a vote there as well. Moving into the top 25, sitting at number 25, Colorado State. They were unranked last week. They moved into our top 25. At number 24, Sam Houston, another team that didn't even get a vote last week, jumps to 24th. And then Iowa State also joining the poll at 23. UNLV received votes last week. They sit 22, and Arizona State received votes last week. They sit 21. In the next set, Tulane jumps up from 21 to 20. Clemson drops a spot to 19. South Carolina jumps up to 18. BYU, after their loss, drops all the way to 17. Army stays pat at 16. Coming in at number 15, Colorado. Right now the leader for the Big 12. SMU sits one spot in front of them at 14. Boise State stays at 13. Miami drops a spot to 12, and Texas A&M jumps up to 11. Moving into the top 10, Tennessee drops after their loss. They drop to number 10. Ole Miss stays pat at 9. Notre Dame still sits at 8. Georgia jumps up to 7 with that win at Tennessee. And then Penn State sits 6. Into the top 5, that's where Alabama is. They jump all the way to 5th from 12th in our poll. Not for beating Mercer, but really for Georgia beating Tennessee. Number 4 again is Texas. Ohio State sits number 3 once again. Indiana comes back at number 2. And then Oregon, the number 1 team in the nation, once again. What would this look like for the playoffs? Well, because it's the top 4 conference champions gets by. Right now, Boise State is in front of Colorado. They would end up with a bye week. Up in the top portion of the bracket, we have Georgia and Penn State. The winner would face Oregon. Colorado and Indiana would face off, with the winner facing Boise State. We'd have Ole Miss and Ohio State facing, with a winner facing Miami, and then Notre Dame, Alabama, and the winner would face Texas. If you like this content, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, share it with your friends. We'll be back early this week with some more picks.